I wanted to take a couple minutes to show you the Learning and Resource Center. It's something that we've had up for a little while now, but we've never shot a video to kind of show people what it's all about and why they might want to go and check it out. So you can see I have the software open right here, and I have the My Floriani Today screen up. You can see on these links on the left hand side that we have a link for Learning and Resource Center. So we're going to go ahead and select that and have it open up. And you can see that it takes you to a website, and this website is what they call it's kind of like a knowledge base is what I guess the proper term would be for it. And you'll see that there's a lot of content in here. You can see that on the left hand side there are some links, and then the content appears on the center and right hand side of the screen. But you'll see in here that there'll be some arrows pointing to like Support Center, and if you click on it, it drills down and shows you more options, so you can kind of drill down and see what's available. Just want to show you how that works so that you know to go and click on those things. But when you first launch this, it comes up onto the frequently asked questions page. Now up at the very top there are some links for support, learning center, videos, webinars, what's new in the software, and even downloads. And if you click on any one of these, it will take you to the respective page. So the frequently asked questions, you can see installation and registration, description of tools, options, shortcuts, formats, importing images if you don't remember how to import photos or vector art. There's a link that you can click and it will explain how to do that. So you can see as you scroll through here, fonts, fill patterns, miscellaneous questions. So there's just a list of commonly asked questions, and you can, like I said, click on any one of these and it will take you to a page that explains it. And then, so what I want to do is just show you a couple of the tabs up here at the top, especially for the support. If you're looking for software support, you can click on this support button. And what this is going to do is take you to this page where you can kind of see a little bit more. You can, depending on what type of question you have, it'll lead you in the right direction. So for Floriani software, you can click for software support, which would be taking you to the help desk. If you have how-to questions, like how do I create applique, how do I convert applique to artwork, or any of those types of questions on how you do something specifically in the software, you would click on this link. If you want to go to the Learning Resource Center, which we're already there, it'll take you to there too. But if you click on the how-to questions, for instance, it's going to take you to our online forum. And the forum is where you would want to go to ask those questions on how to do something. The help desk is more set up to help you get up and going with the software, get it installed, get it registered. If you have any issues with the software, it's not doing something correctly maybe, or need some clarity on it, you can go to the help desk for those types of questions. But the how-to questions are generally handled in our forum. And if you've never been there, I highly recommend going there. And let's click on that link again. If you have never been to the forum before, you can see up here in the top right hand corner, there's a sign in or a create account. You will have to create an account in order to participate on the forum. And generally it takes within 24 hours to get approval. Once you're approved, you'll be able to log into the forum and you'll be able to post questions, read questions, search for questions and answers that have already taken place. It's a huge library of information, and I can't stress enough how wonderful the forum is. We have wonderful moderators that go and answer questions. We have users that help answer questions. We have users that shoot videos to show how something is done. It is the most incredible resource for Floriani software users, so I highly recommend going there and getting familiar with it. Let me go back to this Learning a Resource Center. You can see if you have questions about designs, you can click on the designs tab here. Let's go back up here to the top menu where you see the Learning Center. I'm going to click on it, and you'll see that there's a list of things in here like getting started. You want to learn how to get started using the software, you can click on that. How-tos, how to create stitches, and you can see you can drill down and what type of stitches you want. You know, the getting started, general options, toolbars. You've got editing stitches, so then you have links to take you. You want to learn how to edit text, you can click on that, and it'll take you to the page that describes editing text. Let me go back here. And custom thread charts for creating your own, monograms. You have software features, you know, like keyboard shortcuts, comparisons, software tools. There's a long list of features here. Now I want to show you over here, we're in the Learning Center. So you can see that this tab does exist on the left hand side. If I click on it, you can see I have a getting started, how-to, software lessons. This is one I wanted to point out right here is software lessons. So under Learning Center, software lessons, if I click on it, you'll see that there will be a chapter A, B, and C. Let me go ahead and click on the main tab right here for software lessons. And this will explain what the chapter A lessons, chapter B, and chapter C lessons are. These are different from what you received with the software. It's different from the manual, different from the workbook. These are new lessons that go about teaching you how to use the software differently than the other resources we have. And it'll kind of explain that. You can see where you can click here to download all chapter A lessons, click here to download all chapter B. So let's go ahead and look at what those are like. So I'm going to come back over here on the left hand side, click that little drop down arrow. Let's go take a look at chapter A. Chapter A, it's going to tell me what tools I'm going to use, what types of things I'm going to learn. If I drill down into this chapter A on the left hand side, if I hit this little arrow, you can see that chapter A lesson 1 is opening a design and selecting objects, and so there's a lesson on doing that. If I go to lesson 2, you can see that this one is about working with grids and measurement units. And you'll see that this one right here it says click here to download the lesson in PDF format. You can see that this is actually a viewer of the PDF. If I click these little arrows, you can see that it takes you to the next page. And so it just lets you preview what this lesson is. But when you want to go ahead and download it, click here to download it, and it will download that PDF file for you. So let's go over here again. Lesson 3 shows up that same way. You've got lesson 4, creating guidelines. And what this whole chapter A is, you're working with the same design and you're doing different things to it. So you're adding text to it, you're moving things, you're copying, pasting, using the duplicate feature. There's just a lot of different things that you're doing in this, and at the end you're left with the design that you're able to sew out and use. And so it's just a great way of going about learning how to use the software through practical design. So chapter B lessons are your kind of more intermediate level lessons. You can see chapter B, I have a lesson 1 through 5 here. And lesson 1, your copy, paste, mirror, remove overlaps. Lesson 2 is adding text. 3 is changing thread colors, moving, lettering, saving a design. And so this is all built into this one, lessons 1 through 5 are the same PDF, and you can see the instructions are there. So I like to point this out because a lot of people don't know that these lessons exist. And so I want to make sure that people understand that they're available. And there's somewhere between, let's see, we've got 10 lessons in chapter A, and we've got 41 lessons in chapter B. So we're at 51 lessons so far. Let's go to chapter C here. And in chapter C, we have 16. So I think I said there was 40 or 51 and 16. So we've got a lot of lessons here to go from. You have 57 lessons there. So you can see Chapter C is going to be your more advanced level features and things that you can do inside of the software. So go ahead and check those out. Again, that is underneath your Learning Center. When you hit the little drop down arrow, you go to your software lessons. You click that little arrow and you can go to A, B, and C. But if you go to the main software lessons page, you'll see that you can download each chapter there. So the other thing that I want to point out is that when you do go to these like Chapter A lessons, you can see that, let me go get into one here. If you don't find the design that it tells you to open up, which this uses the like free monthly designs, the designs that come with your software, if by chance you don't find that file, you'll notice that up here at the top, the design exists right here where you can download and install that into the directory that it tells you to open it up from. So you'll download it, you'll install it, and then it'll be available where it tells you to grab it from. So you'll see that this uses that same design all the way through, but it does exist on all the pages. So just wanted to point that out so that you know that if you don't find the designs, you can go to the page and like right here, this is that bunny design, and it will allow you to install it. So just in case you can't find it where it tells you to open it from. A couple other things I want to point out in this Learning and Resource Center is that we have added a few things here in the download section. Go ahead and I'm clicking on this download. You'll notice this new thing. It says fonts. What we've done is we've made a large PDF file of every single font that's available with all the characters that are available for that font. I will tell you it's over 200 pages, so I don't if you want it's a page per like font, and so you can download that, you could print it if you want, but it is 200 pages. We did make a condensed version of the fonts, and that can be found right here by clicking this download, and it is a lot shorter, and it doesn't show you every single character, what every character looks like, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what's available. And then also for the monogram fonts, we included a download to retrieve that as well. And also, if we go up here and we click on webinars, just wanted to point this out, that you will see that you can come in here and click here to view previously recorded webinars. You can see that it even has the latest one that we did in September, and you can see a list of them going down here. There's also a link to click to go and find out what future webinars are coming up so that you can actually sign up for those, and you can do that by clicking on this link right here. The other thing I want to point out is the video section. So in the video section, you will see that it's all categorized by creating stitches, lettering. Each one of these is a link that you can click to watch the video, and if you just click on one, it will open up and start playing. And so if you wanted to learn a little bit more about TrueType Text and what we added in May of 2013, you could click on it and it will open up and start playing, as you can see here. We're excited to bring some new functionality to the text tool. Sit here and we've always been able to work with TrueType fonts, but in the Floriane Total Control software, get back over to here. Now I will tell you, if you want to download this, these are WMV format, which is a Windows format. If you right click on one of the links, you can do a save target as, and you can save it to a folder on your computer, and it will download it that way. But you have to right click on the link itself and choose save target as, and then navigate to wherever you want to save the design and then save it. So just wanted to point that out to you as well. So take time. Also images and designs, you can go to the fonts and embellishments. Let's go to bitmaps, letter and number bitmaps. It kind of shows you some of the stuff that comes with the software. And even in these emboss fill patterns, you can see that it shows you what the patterns look like. So that's another thing. This is found under images and designs, and you can kind of see some of those, what the different fill patterns that come with the software are, or some of the other designs that come with the software. So take time to play around with the Learning Resource Center. I think that you'll find there's a lot of information there, and a lot of helpful information there, a lot of new lessons, and it's something that we update pretty regularly. So it does change, so you want to make sure you go back to it frequently to see what's been added. So just wanted to point that out, and hopefully you'll enjoy that Learning and Resource Center.